right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, watch it. Great.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Newton, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Ryan hooking up here with Trent Taylor. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. 1st quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the 2nd year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He finds Taylor, complete.
Complete to Trent Taylor. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Got it. 25. Hey, Rick Lance. Not today, you are. Not today. Ready for that?
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Geis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Packers' 31-yard line.
65.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, You might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Newton eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
280. 280.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Push him back. Push him back.
280.
Go, go, go.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Oh, good footwork on the spin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a run with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the run. Kill.
3rd and long. It's Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get off the field.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
20.
Check. Height. 8. He's checking.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. 8.
To throw again. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's got his target. That's more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
20.
On first down, it's Newton. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation. They find them.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Steps away to his left. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
now Guy stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Newton to throw. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field?
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons. Darius Geis, 81 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Newton now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Panther first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
You go tight. 20. You got tight right there.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now it's Newton. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Be good. Ready to go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Ryan on 1st down. He'll check it down to Geis. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Pretty move. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That good for 19 and a first down.
First down.
Gun.
On first down, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Guys, it's game situation.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Let him know. Let him know.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Mike 54.
I'm here all day. Mike 54.
Ryan looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. Room here to run. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tight ends on the Ringo. We got 3, fellas. We got 8. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
20.
Check 49.
To throw is Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Back to throw, Newton. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdown.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Ryan. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Newton. And he's going to go down again. Vic Beasley, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ryan wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. To try again after the sack. Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the first down sack. Newton buying time to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
20.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game.
Let's go, team.
Hey, express.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This complete to Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Trent Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. then jump